Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's another day at the crazy house. This house is so crazy. Y'all know what it is. Coffee and chit chat, aka story time. So, this one was weighing heavy on my heart. Had to go on, get it out. It is, let's see what time it is, y'all. Y'all think I be playing. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. I've been up since 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Yeah, 6 o'clock today. And so this is about the time I broke up with my best friend. How do you break up with your best friend? Y'all know, y'all get into one real ignorant arguments. Something happens and y'all start speaking. Well, in this case, this was like a for real breakup. Like I didn't think we were gonna come back from it. We still haven't fully recovered, but yeah. So let's get into it. Around the time when I was going through all of the madness with my mom, staying with her, having that big blowout fight, and having to move out her house. Around that time, my best friend was hanging with my mom. I didn't like it, because I know my mom. I know my mom better than anybody else. And I was just like, it's not going to end well. It's just not a good idea to do that. Like, but nonetheless, you can't tell another grown person what to do. And then sometimes you have to let people see things for themselves, because me saying it is one thing, but a person actually going through it is something totally different. So it was like, he's just going to have to find out. I didn't want him to find out the hard way, but nonetheless, I had other pressing issues at the time, trying to find a place for me and the kids to go. Now that we're not with my mom, like I said, we stayed in the hotel. That was a short stay. But anyway, back at the story. So at the time when we were having the fight, my mother said something to me. And it kind of was along the lines of something that I had discussed with my best friend. So it was like a slap in the face. So it felt like, you told my mom what? So I immediately, like, once I got in the car and got all our stuff and got situated, I got in the car and I was like, you told my mother this, and were you, like, I just went off because I'm already heated, because now I have these 3 children myself. I'm having to, at the last minute, go to a hotel stay. Everything is chaotic at this time. Meanwhile, in the midst of all the chaos, I'm trying to work 2 jobs, yada yada, deal with all of this, and it became too much. And it was just like, sometimes you have to lose people and go through your season of whatever it is. So while I was in the midst of my season, we did not speak. I did not reach out to him. He did not reach out to me. And my season lasted every bit of 2 months after he and I had our big little blowout and stopped speaking. So about 2 months later, everything simmered down and I was in a better headspace. But it was just like, I went through a very, very, very rough patch without him. And then it made me think, like, was the fight really that deep? It made me evaluate, because if we're truly friends, then we should be able to pick up where we left off, like we never fell off. You understand? So I did reach out to another friend of ours just to keep tabs, because at the end of the day, he's still my best friend. We've been friends, we've known each other since 2006. It's now 2019. That's 13 years, of knowing someone. We worked together for at least 2.5 of those years. We worked together, and we were really, really close. And so it's like, do you throw that away because of your mom? And then I thought about it, like, what if that was her goal all along? My mother does not foster great relationships, right? So it was like, what if that was her goal? Because he and I had such a close friendship. We were closer than she and I, and what if that was her intent all along, to interfere and to remove? And then I thought about it. I said, well, it's a combination of things. It's a combination of, when God wants you by yourself, he pulls people from you. It's not always in a neat package when he removes somebody from your life. It can be messy. It can be, just, I'm silent and I just walk away. But the thing is, if they're meant to be, you come back together. So during the period, this happened now in September 2017. I went through all 2018 and part of 2019. Like, last month we started back talking, which was February of 2019. So we were apart for a good deal of time, and in that time you start to reflect, like, okay, let me evaluate our friendship. We both are flawed individuals. Cool. He makes mistakes, I make mistakes. And then when I started digging, like I told you guys, I've been on a real deep spiritual journey, getting myself back right. And it was like, well, God forgives us daily. I'm not going to go into a whole spiel about it, but God forgives us daily, and we take him down through there. And he is the person who created us, or if you believe in whatever else, exit. But, just, we're forgiven daily. So who am I not to forgive, and let go of whatever I felt was done wrong to me. Not saying that I allow anyone to walk over me, because that's not going to happen. I'm still going to, in this particular case, let's say this. In this particular case, having known someone for so long, having been close, having been through hell and high water with that person, it's like a marriage. You don't just give up your marriage at the very first sign of trouble. So in all of our years of friendship, it didn't become bothersome until my mother entered the picture. Things regularly progressed to a point where it was awful between he and I. And it had never been like that before. So I thought about it like, dang, no, I'm not going to let my mother do that. I'm not going to continue to let her affect people, places, and things that I surround myself with. Because if they are genuinely good people, they are just genuinely good people. And for him, he has his faults, but he is and has always been there for me and my children. That's what I think I had to keep reminding myself, like, we're both growing. We both had to grow apart, though, for real, because I had to grow into stop leaning on him so much, because, y'all, any sign of trouble, I would call him, which you're supposed to be able to do. But it became to the point where he was like always there. And I was like, if I'm doing that, then I'm not truly standing on my own 2 feet. I'm still dependent on someone. And I didn't want that either. And I wanted to go through what I needed to go through to grow, because it's just what it is. I thank him, though, because I've learned so much. Hold on, guys. Back. Okay. So I learned so much from him, like, as how a man should treat me, because when I tell you, if I was sick or ill and he was there, like, cooking, helping with the kids, if I didn't have the energy or the strength to, you know, do battle with all four children, he was there, like, tag team, and it taught me a lot about what I want in a mate too. So I have to keep, I had to keep all that stuff in mind. Like, I had to, does his bad outweigh his good, or does the good outweigh his bad? And then at the end of the day, I had to assess his heart. Where is his heart at? He is an overall great person. So I don't foster friendships or keep bonds that tight unless they are worth it. So, you know, last time I reached out to him, we finally connected and we started talking. And the thing about when you fall off with somebody, y'all should be able to get back on, just like like I said, like you never left. And we was able to pick up right back from the very first phone call. We cursed each other out when we started back talking. Oh, we cursed each other out, but it was necessary, because he felt hurt that I cut him off, but hell, I was hurt because I felt like you were running back and telling my mom stuff and not thinking, like, so what? I'm grown. Tell her whatever you want. Like, it didn't matter. But at the end of the day, just whatever. I felt like it was chaos because of um, everything that was going on. Now, I'm not, I mean, we're in a good place. We talk, we text. But we also know that we have lives. Like, we're not around each other 24/7. We used to be joined at the hip though, y'all. Um, we haven't gotten back to that point, and that's going to take time, because when trust is broken or someone feels like trust is broken, it takes a minute to get it back, if at all. But given our circumstances, that it was just the fact that we both knew my mother had came in between, I think we can definitely get that back. And with a few more of those curse out discussions and arguing and fighting, we'll work all the kinks out and we'll be good. And so we both grew through our separation. Like, he's done great things at work. I have done a bunch of things. I've started YouTube, something that he always said, like, I needed to I needed to start YouTube. I don't know if he still has this video, y'all. It was this video of us hanging out at my house. And I don't know, what was I eating? I was eating I think it was a Edwards key lime pie, where I had just ate the last slice. And I don't know how it happened, but I did like a whole promo for Edwards key lime pie. And he was just like, you need to be on TV. We should just get on TV with this. I was like, mm-mm. And he probably still has the video. If he does, I'll tell him to send it to me. I'll link it and show you guys. Of course, my hair was longer. It was relaxed. I look totally different. But that's how we were. And like, even now, we were talking about all the things we missed out on. Because like, for Thanksgiving, he would help me cook. Christmas, he would put up my Christmas tree. We hang out that whole night while he put up my Christmas tree, because according to him, I can't put up a Christmas tree. I don't know what I'm doing. Move, get out the way. Okay, have at it. Some things I'm not gonna argue with you about. Have at it. I just buy the stuff. Go ahead on. You do what you do, bruh. And yeah, so if it's your best friend, it's somebody out here right now who has not talked to their best friend for a year, 6 months, 3 weeks. You've let too much time pass already. Meaning, you need to go ahead and pick up the phone. Y'all need to hash out whatever it is you need to hash out. One thing you have to learn not to do is to let people, places, and things affect your friendships, because ultimately, no person, and y'all have heard this before, no person is an island. Everybody has to have their person. Now, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, you know Christina and Meredith fell out numerous times. And what did Meredith always say? Christina was her person. So for me, he's my person. I don't care like who comes into my life. They'll never get as close to me. And this is friendship for the smart aleck that I know is going to watch the video and say something about it. This is for my friendship. No one could take his place in my friendships. I would never let anybody get that close to me, ever. And when I say ever, I don't ever let anyone get to see me the way that I let him see me as far as friends are concerned. Hell, most of my friends, excuse me, scratch that. Most of my associates can't even make it past my front door. Okay. So I'll venture to say he's going to be my one person in this lifetime. Okay. Because I can't do wishy-washy. There's a lot of sometimey people. I know y'all heard y'all grandparents use that word, sometimey. You don't know whether you on with them or off with them. At least with him, I know what demon I'm getting. I know the devil I'm dealing with him. So just as crazy. He's crazy. So I know that. It's those the unknown ones, the ones that just want to get close to you, to know my business. Well, hell, I tell y'all my business. What make you think I don't care about telling another person? Because see, the thing about it is when I own my mess, I own my mess, so it don't matter. But the wishy-washy people, I cannot do. It's either you're in my life, you're out my life. It's no in between. I don't have time for that because I need consistency. And with all of the things that I'm venturing into in life, I have to have solid people. I have to have positive people. I have to have people where I'm not the smartest person in the room. I can't be, because then I've reached maximum capacity. So I have to have people who live up to where I'm trying to go, and it's a lot of people who don't fit the bill. So sorry guys, I can only keep you at an associate level depending on your level of growth. It's just the way it is. It's life. You know, someone once said, if you're the smartest person in the room, change the room. I stepped out of the room. I stopped being the smartest person in the room. I think that's that growth that I was talking about. And he did the same. You know, I was laughing because when we did start back talking, his first thing was like, and what have you done? So, just shit talking, guys. Just straight shit talking. He was like, what have you done since we stopped talking? I said, baby, everything I said I was going to do and probably some more. I mean, and I did. When I rattled off the list, he was like, oh. Like, what did you think? A year and some months away, I wasn't gonna do anything, or I wasn't gonna, man, if I put my mind to something, that's what I'm gonna do. And he knows that. I think he just wanted to test and see if I was, stagnant in my growth, or if I had excelled. I did. And he's been a great support by way of like, oh, I'm gonna go with you when you get ready to take your tests. You know, so I miss that support somewhat. I don't need him to take me, and answer the test for me. I don't need him, best friends are try, baby. They'll sneak an answer in there. Can I help you with? No, I don't need anything, just the emotional support. And that's it. That's all I ever require, is just give me the emotional support, because I am currently it's just me, and my kids. Now, granted, my son is like a great motivator, but it's nice to have someone outside of them, and it's nice to be able to call that person my best friend, you know. And he goes through things, and he hid a lot of things. It was a lot of things he needed to address, that he was essentially just letting his past affect his present and his future. And when you start doing that, it'll take you down through there. You have to let go. And I told you guys before, I'm not afraid to do that anymore. It used to be I would be scared, like, of losing somebody. There's very few people in this world that I'm afraid of losing, because just as sure as someone is removed from my life, someone else is put in their place. Someone who may have better intentions, or someone who is designed to take me to the next level in life. But it's nice to have that one that is solid, the one that's not going nowhere. Like, if I call him right now and I'm in distress, he's coming. I don't have to ask that question. He's coming. You know. So it's good to just have that. So back to you who have not spoken to your best friends because of something minute. And I'm going to especially tell y'all right now, if you fell out over a man, take care of if y'all don't get back right. If y'all don't get back right, that is one of the problems with women in general. We will fall out with our best friends over a man, and that man is subject to leave you high and dry. And your best friend would have always been there. Now, granted, if your best friend is on some scandalous stuff, you still need to clear the air and then assess whether or not you want to continue to associate yourself with that person. That's strictly up to the individual. Like I said, it's a marriage. I wouldn't dare tell you not to. You may be a damn it, but sometimes people make mistakes and they learn their lesson. It just depends on what kind of weather and seasons y'all have been through together. It just depends on all of that stuff. But don't disregard it. There's a chance that you still need that person in your life. You gotta have somebody. This world is so tore up that you need somebody. Like, you need your person. I've been blessed to have, more than one. And some people don't get that in a lifetime, but I've been blessed to have more than one. I have some really solid people. Are all of them my friends? No, some are, associates, to whom I do talk to regularly, but we've not bonded to the point where I can say, hey, this is a whole friendship. Some I love, like my sister, and I tell them that, like, y'all are my sisters. And it's not a friendship, but it's more of, we're women, we're bonded by children, we have bonded by life experiences, and so you're more my sister. We done been through some stuff, but as far as a rock solid friend, that's my bestie. Go best friend, that's my best friend. Yes it is. I'm so proud of him, though, that he started back going to church. He stopped a lot of bad habits. Like, that's all stuff that I needed him to do too. I needed him to address all of the things that he was running from. He had I felt so good, though, the one time that we connected even more, and I think it's what took our friendship to a whole nother level. Like, just when you think you've reached a level, it takes you to a whole nother one. And he had like a meltdown about some parental issues that he had been hoarding and holding inside for a period, and you could tell it had been in there for a very long time, and he let it out. Once he cleansed it, I was like, healing can begin. Once you let that out, you can start to heal, because now you verbalize and you acknowledge that someone has done something to you or has made you feel a way. See, nothing invalidates you. You don't allow anything to invalidate your feeling. And it was once said, no one can make you inferior except for you. You give them permission to do that. Sometimes our parents, They want the best for us. Their intentions are great, but they don't know how to express it in a healthy way. They do other things. Like, do I think that my mother doesn't want the best for me? I think she does. I just think that she wants it the way she wants it, and how she wants me to achieve it, how she wants me to, or how she sees fit. And she doesn't understand that where I am in life, this is my walk with God. You cannot touch it. There's nothing that you can do at this point, because I've gotten so far, and I didn't get far with your help. It came through, a lot of mistakes. I had to make those because I didn't have that guidance. And so I don't think that don't get me wrong, she dislikes me. I don't. But at the end of the day, she's still a mother. So somewhere deep down inside, there's a want for me to be better, do better. And it's like I said, it's just on her terms. I'm good. I'm just glad I've gotten to a place where, hold on, guys. Um, I've just gotten to a place where we're good. Me and I'm just glad to be able to say I had my best friend, period. It's good to be back, and it's good to know that I could at least pick up the phone if things start going wrong and call. But you guys, y'all better pick up that phone and call people. Part of healing anything, any relationship, is making amends. That's why it's important in AA to make amends. You have to acknowledge who you did wrong to, what was wrong, and you fix it. You're not fixing it for them, fixing it for you, though. It helps you, it grows you, it serves you to do it. So don't ever think that I'm doing it. You feel like you're giving into a person. You're not giving into a person. You're doing what's on your heart. Like, it was on my heart heavy to make amends with my best friend. I couldn't go another year not talking to him and not getting at least some kind of understanding with him about where we went wrong and what happened. I couldn't do another year of that, because it would always be the what ifs, the regret of not fixing it. Or with me losing my uncle in February, and then my boss, who I was very close to, my uncle in January, my boss in February. Between me losing those two people in a short period of time, it made me think, if my eyes close today or tomorrow, I don't want to regret not having that relationship with my best friend, or at least having the very necessary discussion and clearing the air, or at least attempting to clear the air. I didn't want to go away with that, because tomorrow's not guaranteed to any of us. So if you've really literally broken up with your best friend over some bull, y'all better get back right. I've forgiven someone who, it was my childhood best friend. Like, she took something from me. Growing up, my grandmother used to be like, the worst thing in the world is a liar and a thief. Well, she stole something from me. We were teenagers. So when she came to me, I was so unexpected, but that was growth, because she came to me and she apologized. Over 15 years later, she still remembered, and she told me, she was like, I felt bad, because she and I literally were gonna fight. I had gotten so mad, like, to the point where if I saw her, I probably would have blowed on her, and we would have been fighting in the street, I swear. But she came to me and apologized. And, like, as grown adults, I forgave her. Like, sis, we all go through what we go through, and we all wanted something our friend had. And that's what I told her. Like, one thing that anyone will tell you. If I have it and I can give it to you, I'm going to give it to you. All you have to do is ask me. Now, it may not be exactly right then and there, but eventually I'll give it to you. Or I'll go above and beyond to give you something totally different, because that's who I am, and that's me. I believe in sowing so many great seeds in this life that it always comes back to me in abundance. And it's just because I believe that it's not my job to um, do the dog almost. Like, I'm not your judge, your jury, or your executioner for every L you've taken or everything you've done. You got to answer to God for that. Like, I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm just going to tell you, when you know better, you should do better. That's who I am, though. It used to be a saying where I've been like, oh, but I grew. I grew, y'all. When I tell y'all I've grown up, I don't hold resentment like I used to. I used to be able to not speak to you for 1,000 years, and it would not bother me. I could walk right past you, or I could sit in the same building. I mean, sit on the same row as you in a building, and it's like you're not even there to me. Now, granted, I told y'all it's one person that I do that to. She's the only one. But make amends with your friends. All 2019, y'all want goals. Make amends with your friends if they didn't do anything to harm you physically, mentally, financially. Make amends with your friends. Like, y'all do too much wanting to just get rid of people like they not human and like they don't make mistakes. And if you say you perfect or you've never made a mistake, you're a whole lie out in these streets. A whole lie. Because that's one thing we all are. Flawed. Period. Period. Okay? So that's my story, y'all, on the time I broke up with my best friend. And now we back like we never left. And we all grown up. We all growed up like the Rugrats. We're all growed up. Matter of fact, I'll be like, we like the Golden Girls. Like, he is, I swear, he is Sophia. I swear. I tell him he's Sophia. Our other friend is Rose. And I'm dog. I am Blanche Devereaux. I am Blanche Devereaux. We're not gonna go why, but I am Blanche Devereaux. Let them tell it. Anyway, to read the hard way, I love my bookies. My brothers from the you guys. Y'all will see this eventually. You'll see this, and just know that I love you guys. And 2019, we're in a good place, and we're gonna stay there. We've been through, this separation period. We'll go through some more stuff. It ain't over, because that's life, but we'll get through that too. Anyway, guys, I love you. As always, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can hear anytime that, or see anytime that I update something new. And there's always new, fresh content coming to you guys, because it's so much and so many things that I can tell you story-wise and stuff I have going on. So with that being said, I'm out of here because I have some, I told my son I was going to make him some breakfast. He's suspended, y'all. Guess who it is? Justin.